And good day, everybody, and welcome back to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Pop Up and Co. We are back with the AM2 guys. It's Trial Mountain, round 6, and it's the first of the endurance races. Now, the first 5 races, if you've only just started, pardon me, I'm just trying to get myself nice and comfortable. If you've only just started watching the Ultimate Racing League, the first 5 races were sprints. So, sprint 1, sprint 2, softs in race 1, and then followed by the medium and hards in race 2. But this is a different beast altogether. This is an endurance. And endurance, what comes with endurance? Well, endurance. Some guys are good at it, some guys are not. Some guys prefer sprints, some guys prefer endurance. A lot more tactical when it comes to the endurance races themselves. So no doubt these guys would have been practicing during the week to find out what strategy works best for them, and so forth and so forth. So, like I said, we are at Trial Mountain. This is the first race of the endurances. But before we get into that, we're just going to have a rundown of the tables because, like I said, this is round 6. There's only 4 more to go after this. So we're going to go for the bottom 5 to start with, and then we'll do the top 5. So in 16th place, we've got Daddy Dims. He's only been here for a couple of races. I think he turned up at Red Bull, and then he was able to do Daytona. Hasn't been able to race since. So he's down in 16th place on 17 points. In 15th, we've got System X. He did start the season quite well, every race up until Daytona, and then he seems to have disappeared. I'm not quite sure what's happened to him. So he's been now missing for the last 3 rounds. So he's down there in, like I say, 15th place on 31 points. In 14th, we have Ninky New. Now, Ninky disappeared after Sardinia. So he's on 54 points. So the likelihood that these guys will probably race the rest of the season is unknown. I wouldn't know unless there's been speaking to the admin department saying that they will be coming back for a couple of races. But with regards to say like Daddy Dim and System X, they've got a mountain to climb because in 13th spot, the one above the relegation, that's Slim, Global Slim. He's 13th on 57 points. And in 3, 4, 5, yeah. So and in 12th we have Nath. So a lot of us know him as Sid. So he's sitting in 12th place on. Get my glasses out on 58 points. But if we go to the other end of the table, you might be quite surprised to see that the man on top at the moment is Max. So Max is first. He's on 198 points, and yeah, I think over the last couple of rounds he's really turned the screw, turned a notch up, and he's starting to get some really good results. In second we have Gaz. So Gaz is on 176. So when you go back through all the races, Gaz led most of them. So he's not that far behind him. In third spot, we have Slowpoke Racing. So he is on 170 points. So he is actually only 6 points behind Gaz. But then obviously you've got to take into account the drop round. So your worst round, you'll drop them points. And then in fourth spot, we have the first of the Scandi boys. So that's IQ4. He's in 142 points. And then you've got someone called The Plumber. So I'm not sure who The Plumber is. So if you'd like to hit me up in the comments or in the chat, because I've not seen that name when I've been doing the recording. So if you'd like to tell me who you are, then I'll know. Because if you're somebody else on here, it's a bit confusing. So yeah, so he's on 135 points. So that is it. So there's the championship table. We are at round 6. And yeah, so the first of the endurance races, lap 1 out of 24, 12 out of 16 racers. So let's go down the grid, shall we? So we'll start at the back anyway. So in 12th spot on the grid after 10 minutes of qualifying, we have Sid the Sloth here. In 11th, we have Slim, Global Slim. In 10th, we have Luggy. 12th we have Libillion. I hope he knows that I can pronounce that correctly. In 8th we have Flash, the Flash. In 7th we have Addy. It looks like Addy's changed delivery on his car, so he's now rocking blue. Hoyland, the one of the Scandi boys, he's in 6th. Still, he's in kind of like mid-pack here, so he's sitting on the grid in 5th spot. And in 4th we have Slowpoke on Slowpoke Racing. You should go over see his YouTube channel if you have not already done so, because he's a fantastic commentator. And it's obviously just like to say thank you for sharing the replays, because without them, well, you wouldn't be sitting here with your popcorn and watching. In 3rd we have Max. Max coming strong so far this season as well, putting in a real challenge to Gaz. There's first of the Scandi boys on the grid, and that's IQ4. Now, at the beginning of the season, I did say I was looking really forward to seeing how he gets on, and he's starting to impress me. Well, he's impressed me already anyway, so that's good. And then, of course, we have the Gazman, so he's on pole. Quite a few poles this season, so what I'll do next race is I'm going to get a tally up of how many poles he's had. So shall we get this show on the road? So we're going to do the klaxon. We go 2, 3, then we go to 4, and then we go to 5, and it's lights out, and away we go. So what we're going to do, as per usual, we're going to stick with Gazman, first car on the track, because there's nobody in front, so nobody cares. So, but we want to have a look behind us to see whether there's any argy-bargy, anybody goes off, or anything like that. As we come around the first of the corners, so far to me it looks like everybody has got around that corner. So now we go into the first of the tunnels. Still looks pretty good to me. No incidences as far as I can see in terms of the top right hand corner. To me it looks like Gazman's pulled out a bit of a lead at the moment already. We're not even halfway round the first lap. So when's the first lap? Where are we? About halfway. It's about halfway when we get to if you look at the top right hand corner. There we go. That's roughly about halfway. So we're going down that massive long tunnel. And as we can see, first of the hairy cams, what's happened is, so this is between Addy and, is it Addy and LB? What's happened here then? A little bit of, oh, I can see that. Yes. I don't think that's anybody's fault myself. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go on with the billion, and then we'll have a look. Let's have a look. Let's just. Anyway, back to the race. I'll let the stewards deal with that one. It might be, I don't know, it could be Addy's or it could be the billions. So I don't know. All I do know is no safety car's been called because it doesn't need to be, and those two guys, all sods, are all the way back. So they've got a bit of catching up to do, but like I said, there is 24 laps. So here we go. Going man through the S's here, so that's turn 12, 13, 14. I'm just going to make the corner name numbers up anyway. Or unless this is turn 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is turn 12. This is turn 12. And then we've got turn 13, then we've got turn 14. But as we can see, Gazman has come into the pits at IQ4. He's going to take over that role. I do believe, let me see if I can stay on with Gazman. I think he's got a drive-through penalty, from what I heard from the steward's office. So let's see what happens. Does he stop, or does he just go straight through? Because whatever he's done, obviously from the first race, I'm pretty sure he's serving a what do you call it? He's going to be serving a drive-through, isn't he? And let's have a look at this. So I've missed a little bit that's been going on here. So as we can see, we've got IQ4. He's taken over the lead from Gaz because he has got a drive-through. Followed very closely by Max. Let's go on board with Slowpoke here so we can see these two up front battling it out. Should we go in the car? Let's go in the car. So Max is going for not a dive up the inside, but he's going for a challenge. And what he's done, he's put IQ4 off a little bit. There's a little bit of shoulder barge in there from IQ4 against Slowpoke. but Slowpoke is a wily old fox, he is. So he's just going to sit back and wait for his moment, but he's got the second Scandi boy to think about as well. So here we come round here. So this is the entrance to the second tunnel. Long old pit straight, and Hoyland, second of the Scandi boys, he's really got a good exit into this tunnel. But let's have a look and see what this slipstream is all about. Look at this, he's like flat out, and that's it. Look, the Scandi boys giving each other. They're giving each other a bit of a slip. There we go. So, wow, look at that late braking from Hoyland. There we go. Here we've got a bit argy. So we've got Hoyland. He's going to try and go around the outside of Max, which is then going to be the inside. Two don't go through there. Oh, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I was kind of thinking two. Get it right, come on. Two, do not go through there. Well, last time I saw. Great spectacle though, look at this, look, that's it, they binned it. They both binned it. Bang! They both binned it, so that's two of them off on the hairy cam, so you have been caught out. I don't think I've ever seen two cars go through there myself, in all honesty. Very brave. Unfortunately it didn't work out, did it? So, if we go up to the top, we have got the Scandi boy IQ4. He's now out in front, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure he didn't actually hit that barrier, surely not. If it did, it pinged him off back out quite far, so yeah. So, we're going to go down for the tyres. Should we go down for the tyres? I mean, we've got plenty of time anyway. It's lap 3 of 24, so we've still got 21 laps to go in this behemoth of a race. So IQ4 in the red Ferrari, he's out front on the hards, followed closely behind by Slowpoke, who is also on the hards. Still, he's on the hards. Luggy, he's on the medium, so he is, yeah, so he's on the medium. So the top four runners at the moment, they're running hard, so they're in like prime position at the moment, because that's most of the time that's the tyre you want to get rid of. No, sorry, that's my bad. It's the top three that are on the hards. So Flash is on the mediums. Luggy's on the mediums. Max would have been up there had it not been for that incident with this young chap here. But he needs to get a move on, the old Scandi boy, because he's on the softs. And I raced here the other night, and the softs probably last you about, what, maybe 5-6 laps? 6-7 at a push. But I mean, that is in a quick 3. And that's in the Jag as well. So, I mean, that thing just eats from tyres. So we'll keep an eye on Hoyland, because Max has only got Luggy and Flash in front of him on the mediums. So hopefully he can catch back up to them. And Hoyland hopefully can catch back up to Max. So down in 8th spot, we've got the Billion being chased by Gaz. So Gaz is making his way back up through the grid after serving that drive-through. I mean, I must admit, I mean, that's pretty impressive, to be fair. Drive-through, drop right to the back of the grid, and he works his way back up to 9th. But he is on lap 3, so lap 3. So the first lap he did, yeah, I reckon about lap 6. Lap 6 or 7 for the soft runners. So as we can see, Slowpoke's come in. Gaz is only just coming around the corner. So Slowpoke's in, so he's had enough of them hards. So is IQ4. So Gazman, he's going to go through. So he's now through, well, I mean, if you say he goes through, he won't be until he crosses that start-finish line at the pit exit. So is he in the net 6 at the moment? He is, so he's really going to have to put the foot down and get a move on. Look at that, he got a bit of air there, didn't he? Well done. Let's go back to the Billion in 7th on the hards. Slim, hey, it's hairy time. Let's see what's happened here then. Slim, what's happened to Slim? Oh, it looks like he just lost it. Let's have a look. Let's go back and have another look. We like that. Where was it? Was it here? I think it was here, wasn't it? Here we go. It just looked like he got all that. Maybe he'd already got all out of sorts anyway. because of the glitching. The glitching is back, ladies and gentlemen. And he's just lost a spot to IQ4. Is he going to lose that spot to Slowpoke as well? Slowpoke looking up the inside. He is on the softer compound. And Slim is carrying near side left. Front. Near side front. Damage. So that will take a couple of corners to sort of, there we go, sort itself out. So that slight mishap for poor old Slim has dropped him down the grid on the hards. Slowpoke and IQ4, they both made their tyre stops. IQ4's trying to go on the softs. Maybe to try and put out a bit of a gap on Slowpoke. So yeah, so back in, terrible, isn't it? The glitching, but we're just going to have to go through it. We're just going to have to persevere. Just persevere with me, just sit here, you know, just sing Kumbaya, or something like that, and hope that PD are listening. And, you know, sort it out, man. Either that or whoever's got terrible internet connection needs to get a Wi-Fi boost or something. But anyway, we are with Addy. We're going to give him a bit of airtime. He's got nobody in front of him, and he's got Sid who's behind him. So these two guys, they really are out on their own. So, yeah. So we're going to go back up to the top now. So we do have obviously the new leader is Flash. He is yet to pit and he is on the mediums. Followed closely behind by Steel. He's on the hards. Wow. So he'll be going right up to probably about, I reckon he'll go up to about lap 10. Lap 10 on them. So 10, 10, 4, maybe on the soft. That would be my strategy if I was racing in the Group 4s. So he's in second. Luggy's in third. Max is in fourth. For now, let's see what Max can do. Let's stay with Max, because he's got his old buddy behind him, the old Scandi boy Hoyland. There we go, he's going for a move around the outside. Is he going to make it stick? This is now an out drag. Here we go. We're going boy with Hoyland, down through the tunnel. Getting the old double slip there from Max and Goldie Lugnuts. And we saw how late he can break down at the end of this tunnel, so we're going to stay on board with good old Scandi boy. So Luggy's shown his intention that he's going to try and go up the inside of Max. Is he going to make it? Oh, there's a bit of door bashing there. You don't want to do that. Just remember you two from last time. Two do not fit through here. Here we go. Yeah, he thought about that, didn't he? I was going to say, have a think about it, son. You tried it last time and it didn't work out. So at least you've done it this time. At least it looks good. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Good racing from these boys. I can't tell whether somebody's coming from my front door. I don't think they have. Look at the state of Luggy's car. He's battered, but he's not giving that space up to Max anytime soon, is he? He's like, you want that spot, you're going to have to fight for it. And we're already on lap 5, but as you can see up in the top right-hand corner, there's quite a few guys spaced out, because some of them have already made their pits. So what's happened here? What's happened here then? We're going to go back and have a quick look. So, a little bit of a door budge, but not much. It looks to me like Luggy just looks like he just bogged down a little bit there. Because Max is just literally rocketing past him. And is Hoyland Luggy's trying to close that. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to carry on and try and do him up the inside, but maybe not. He's not Harry Poppins, so I mean that's what I would have done. But he's thought better of it. He's had a look and gone, do you know what? I'm going to line you up for the next one, and here we go. Look at that. That's precision. Absolute masterclass. Maybe he did decide to sit back and wait and think, do you know what? I'll get you in the next corner. But if Luggy can keep within distance of Hoyland, depending on how strong the what do you call it, the old slipstream is, I don't know. He's actually dropped off quite a lot. So Hoyland now is starting to attack Max. So let's come out of that and we'll go back to Hoyland. You know what happened last time these two guys were fighting? So Max moved over to the left, so he's shown his intention that he's on the defensive line, but I think that's going to be a bit of sweet FA, because Hoyland's literally gone shooting past. He's on the softer compound. Max has had to yield that space, that place. So yeah, well done to Hoyland there. He's got that move done. So all he's got in his sights. How far do you reckon he is? He's not actually that far behind the two guys up front, especially still. So Hoyland's on a mission. So he will lap 6. If he's really good at tyre management, or they're different. They've got to be different to the Group 3, surely. Maybe he's going to come in on lap 10 on the softs, because, I mean, what would you say, top right? Probably about, what do you reckon, about 25%? I'd say that's about 25%. Yeah, I would say they're that worn. I think I only managed to get 6 laps out of mine. Right, while you're watching these two guys fight, I do believe I found some rather interesting information regarding Charles Mountain. Yes, would you like to? It's kind of like a history lesson, but it's not. You probably know it, I don't know. Depends how old you are, what era you've come from. Me, myself, I come from the PlayStation 1 era. Well, even before that, to be fair. I come from the Commodore 64 era. So, yeah, I am old-ish. Not old, but I'm older than probably a lot of the guys on here. So, like I say, I'm going to give you a brief description regarding Trial Mountain. So in the PS1 era, this track was 2.47 miles. Yeah, just bear with me on that. So when Gran Turismo 3 came out, this track was shortened to 2.44 miles. Don't ask me why. No idea. But from GT4 to GT6, it went back up to 2.47 miles. Now that's not max crashing. That's the glitching has come back, which is, you know, while I'm going through this, because it's quite terrible at this point, but I think it does clear up. But yeah, like I was saying, so from GT4 to GT6, it went back up to 2.47 miles. Now in GT7, it's increased to a whopping 3.38 miles. I mean, that's quite a big increase. So I mean, I don't remember it. I don't know what they've added or what they've taken away before, but it's always seemed the same to me. Also, there's an elevation difference on this one as well. So from GT4 to GT6, the elevation difference was 166.7 feet. But now in GT7, it's 190.3 feet. The longest straight was 401 meters in GT6, but in GT7, it's now 1,340 meters. So, yeah. So maybe you can probably tell me in the comments what's been added and what's not. You know, get a little game going on there. It's got 15 turns. It's an original circuit from Sony. Obviously, the surface is tarmac. It's not even gravel, is it? Yeah. So that's quite an interesting kind of like little brief history of Trial Mountain. And yeah, I thought that's quite interesting anyway. So whilst I've been jabbering on through that, we'll go back up the flash, shall we? So on lap 8 on the medium, so Flash is out in front. He's got a little bit of a gap back to Hoyland, who's on the charge. Now we can see these tyres, especially on the right, they seem to be quite evenly worn. So roughly not quite 50%, maybe 40% worn. He's on the soft and he's on the charge. He's chasing down Flash. There we go. You see, Flash is not that far ahead of him, is he? I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to go on board with the Scandi boy, Hoyland. We'll do a lap with the Hoyland. So as we come round turn 14, round to turn 15, to start lap 9. So here we go. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's go, Hoyland. Right, so as we have started lap 9. So coming up to turn 1, you want to keep as far over to the right as you can, just slightly touching that curve. Drop down to 5th, grab as much as that inside curve on turn 2, and then it's turn 3, and then tight left down to there. I cut a lot of grass on there, drifting out wide to the right curve, to curve out there. I've lost count of turns now. Anyway, drop down to 2nd, then up to 3rd. I think it's that 1, 2, 3, 4. That was turn 4. There we go, turn 5. Hug that inside just enough so you just don't clip the rock. Turn 6, nicely done. Turn 7, he's able to throw it about a bit more because he's on the softs. And here is the second of the tunnel. So you want to hug that left apex as tight. You want to get as tight as you can to that. I don't know what he's. I don't know. The glitching is terrible, isn't it? Then it is basically foot flat to the floor. Now let's see whether a Scandi boy, whether he's short shifted. So it's about halfway. I'm not actually quite sure what that's doing there. It looks like he's having a few technical issues, but hey, we'll stay with him anyway. So here we go up to turn 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know. Do you know what? Quite honestly, I don't care. I just like watching these guys. So anyway, we come around this corner here. So you want to hug that on the red, like in. I think I'm getting them mixed up in on it. So Dunlop down to 2nd. Inside curve on the yellow. That's it. Up to 3rd. Foot to the floor, and he's ruined my lap because he's now coming into the pits. Oh, so is Max coming into the pits. Somebody not coming into the pits so I can finish off this lap, yeah? Please stay out, Luggy. Thank you. Here we go. So we're coming up to turn 14. There's a bit of a patch on the grass up on the bank there. Brake as it down to 3rd, 2nd, 1st, back up to 2nd. Nice tight corner. Yeah, that's it. Drift out left as much as you dare. 3rd gear, 4th gear. And then it's basically foot flat to the floor to finish lap 9. So thank you, Hoyland, for doing the 3/4 of the lap for me, and then obviously thank you for Luggies for finishing it. Much appreciated. So let's go back up to the top, shall we? So we've got Flash, mate. He's miles out in front. I'll tell you what. If I've missed him coming in the pits. I don't think I have. I might have done, but I don't think I have. But he is really, really looking after those tyres and the fuel. He's got nobody to fight, nobody's chasing after him, really. So he's putting in a solid performance there. So back in 2nd. So Flash is about halfway down the tunnel now. IQ4 on the softs. He's now just about coming into the tunnel. Followed closely by Luggy, who seems to have picked up a bit of a knock on the near side front again. Down in 4th spot we have Slowpoke on the mediums. So can you believe this? Right, we're at 10 of 24, so we're nearly halfway. My mouth is very dry. So as we see, Slowpoke, he's coming down the tunnel. In 5th spot we have Nabillion. He's not really got anyone bothering him at the moment on the hards. Hoyland's back out, he's back out on the hards. Max, he's carrying a half-second penalty. He's now on the soft. So I do believe he's going to be putting his foot to that floor, and he's going to want to be clearing these guys up in front. Here we go, look at this, just as we've seen it. So 8th spot and 9th spot, we've got Gaz and we've got Steel. Let's have a look, see what's happened here. What was it? Gaz going for a move up the inside. I don't think he touched him. Didn't look like he touched him to me. He might have done, but no harm done because they're both still on the track. If he did get through there cleanly, I'd have to say fantastic, well done. Nice clean move, so far back as well. 9th, it's obviously dropped back out. He's dropped down to 9th now, and that's Still. 10th, we've got Sid. He's out on the mediums, all on his lonesome. Slim. He's down to 11th, he's all on his lonesome, and you've got poor old Addy on the softs. He's holding up the rear, but you've got Flash. Flash is actually not that far behind him-ish. What's that, probably about 15 seconds, something like that. But they are all starting to get a little bit spaced out. Luggy's in 3rd, Slowpoke is in 4th. Let's see if we can try and find a battle, shall we? Hoyland's got past on the hards. Here we go. We're going to stick with Max. Max and Gaz. Here we go. So we got a soft runner versus a medium runner versus a hard runner. And this is going to be quite fun. Max is giving... Come on, get with it, cameraman. Max is giving Hoyland all sorts of issues. All sorts of things to think about. Oh, look at that. I think Hoyland there. That's very unlucky for Hoyland. I think he just got a little bit too happy there, trying to put the power down too early, and he's now dropped down behind Gaz and Max. So Hoyland drops back to 8th, and he's now got Sid still for company. So he's going to want to try and catch these two guys up, but they are on the softer compounds. But this is well, out of the whole race, this is where the fight is. Now everyone else is all too fast spaced out now, so we've got the battle of the two boys at the top of the grid. And I completely messed it up with the camera there. So Gaz, I'm going to go back and have a look at that. Hang on a minute. So Gaz went for a move up the inside. Yep. Another nice clean move. But Max ain't finished, is he? Look, he's coming back. This is what we want to see. Remember Max? Remember? There we go. That's a great pass there for Max. Fantastic passing. Just when you thought the job was all done and dusted by the Gaz man, Max has pulled it back. But he is on the softer compound. Whether the compounds are that much different in tyre performance, I wouldn't have thought so. Not once the mediums warmed up, and they're a lot more durable than the soft. But I mean the hards. I mean there's no comparability really. Comparability to it, none whatsoever. It doesn't matter whether you're on like 6-7 year old black hard tyres. There's no competition, especially not against the softs. So this is where the fight is at the moment. Who have we got in pits? So IQ4, he's coming for his last stop by the looks of it. And we've got Gaz and Max still going at it sideways by the looks of it. Everyone seems a little bit spaced out, not a lot going on. So let's just play a game, shall we? Let's see who's done the most practicing, or who wins the competition for the most mileage. So Addy, he's done 2,415 miles in this car. Slim has only done 915, but that's not to say that some of these guys, they have like a race car and a practice car. I don't myself. One car's enough. I don't think it makes much difference, but some of these guys actually like it. Yeah, so he's done 916 miles. Sid's done 633. IQ4, he's done 627. Still's done, wow, still winning at the moment, 5,308 miles of practice in this car. Now that's not to say that's all been done in this league. He could have been using it elsewhere, but hey, who knows. In 7th we have Hoyland. He's done 907 miles in his car, and as you can see, the glitching is back. In 6th we have, so that's the second spot, isn't it? So he's done 4,212. And if these two are going to be going at it, don't they, by the looks of it. Max is on the less durable compound. Gazman, he's done 2,953 miles, but by the looks of it, Max is not letting him get away, is he? No, doesn't look like it. Slowpoke, so he's only done 744 miles. Now, I do believe he is one of the guys. He has 2 cars, or 3 cars, of the same one. I mean, he's mega rich. He's got something like 150 million or 100 million credits. So he can afford to splash out on 1, 2, 3 or 4. Well, he can buy as many as he wants, can't he? Because he's got so much money. I've only got like 14, 15 million. So yeah, fair play to you. And in first, having an incredible race, is Flash. So he's only done 1,948 miles. So winner of the day for that is this man right here. Still in his, well, increasingly still looking car, because that had been absolutely battered. Looks completely dented, paintwork missing. The guys in the workshop are literally going to be pulling their hair out. So like, mate, you've given us so much work to do for the next race, but hey, you know what, they've got about a week for it anyway, so who cares. So here we go, we're going to go back up to the top now. So Flash has decided it's time to come in, so we're going to have a look at Slowpoke. Is Slowpoke going to stay out? If he does, he'll be taking the lead. These two guys are still at it, but I just want to keep an eye on him. So Flash, his fuel's not even gone in yet, so Slowpoke's coming around 10-15. Look at these two guys. Who's that coming out? Is that someone coming out, or is that just my eyesight? That's nobody. Oh god. So Slowpoke goes through first. Gazman, where's Flash? Come on, we want to see Flash. Where is he? He's not even got the fuel going in yet. Here he comes. Here it is. So yeah, so Flash has now dropped down to 4th, so he's these two guys, I think these two guys have still got to come in though. So Flash, he's down to 4th, so net at the moment, he's on the hards, Slowpoke's on the mediums, Gaz is on the mediums, Max is on the softs. Now Gaz is making it really hard for Max to get past him, but you know the tyres are going, and these guys are literally been battling out for lap after lap after lap. And we are just over halfway, and there must be sweating buckets in them guys. Look at this. This is weird. So what's Gaz's intention? Is he going to show his card early? Is he going to go on the inside? Say right, if you want that spot, you're going to have to go around the outside. But that slipstream's worked wonders for Max, hasn't it? That's it. Is he going to get past him? No, Gaz is not letting him, is he? Really, he's just like, right, I'm going to come straight out. Is it late on the breakers? It is. Look at the braking on that. I kind of feel like Max had to let him go there. Could have ended up nasty. But the amount of time that they're losing fighting, because this man's catching up. He's probably thinking, yeah, you carry on, boys. Wow. Quite long, the endurance races, aren't they? 24. Could you imagine being a commentator for one of those ones where they do, we do like 8-hour endurance races? I don't think I could sit there for 8 hours commenting. It'd have to be like a dual commentary, wouldn't it? You know, it would just be too much. But we're going to leave these. As we see there, Flash has got out of sorts there. What's happened there? Let's have a look. He's come around turn 14. Let's go here and let's see what's happened here. His car's looking a bit sorry as well. So turn 15, foot down. Oh, he just lost it just a little bit. And as you can see in the background there, IQ4, he got a great exit out of there. So what's he on as well? He's on the medium, so yeah, it won't be long before he's keeping Flash company. And Max has got past. We've missed it. Let's have a look. Look at these guys. Fantastic racing from these two boys. So Gaz, I'm getting them all mixed up. Max and Gaz and Max. So Gaz has had to concede that corner to Max. Max is right front now. That's probably just over 50%. So I'm going to say that's down 55%. So you can see how hard these two have been fighting, because Max's tyre wear is not that far off. Max and Gaz. This is how hard they've been fighting. And here we go, into the second tunnel. All the while, this guy, yeah, he'll be stretching his lead, wouldn't he, while these two are fighting. So here we go, down the tunnel again. These two boys at it again. So Max has decided to stay on the racing line. Lap 15 out of 24. So is Gaz going to go for? We know how late Gaz brakes as well. Let's have a look. really late braking, but he's obviously confident enough in the tyres and that machinery to pull that move off. And here we go again, side by side. Oh, careful boys, careful. Want to be careful there. As much as I'd love to stay with these two, I'm going to drop back here and see how Flash is getting on. Yeah, so as I said, Flash was going to have IQ4 for company anytime soon. He is on the softer compounds, even the mediums are faster. And, you know, I feel that they're well, they are quicker, isn't they? But look at this, it's like the yellow boys, isn't it? Like the AA. Coming round here, so Flash is really coming under pressure. He is really coming under pressure from IQ4. Let's go on the change curve. Look at that, I'm yawning. Don't like yawning. It means you're tired, but let's have a look, shall we? So up front you can see Gazman's on his own now. The fight with Max is over for now. Flash is coming under immense pressure here from IQ4. Ooh, careful there, IQ4. I thought he was going to try and have a go at him up the inside, but he's thought better of it. Stay on board with these two just for a little while longer. And excuse me, I'm hungry. I'm going to get myself a Kit Kat. I'm allowed to say Kit Kat on YouTube. I'm not sure, but you know what? It's a long race. I'm hungry, and I'm watching some fantastic racing. Right, let me sit down. It's like listening to. Oh, Brenda's bending over. Oh, like that. So look at this, guys. So these boys, they are side by side down the tunnel. Who is the late of the late breakers? Is it going to be IQ4 or is it Flash? Flash fancies. Well, I thought Flash would have fancied to go up the inside there, but oh, he has. Has he gone for it? Has he gone for it? Did he go for it? Oh my God! Look, they're side by side. No, okay, he's backed out. He's thought better off that. So IQ4 has now moved up into first spot. Gaz, he's coming round. That will turn 13. So here we go up to turn 14 and 15. So Slowpoke, he's coming to the pit. So Gaz will take net first at the moment. I do believe Gazman has got to come in as well. But at the moment, I hope you can hear me eating. That's a Kit Kat chunky, by the way. Tastes absolutely fantastic. My favourite chocolate bar. It really is. Chunky Kit Kat. Don't taste the same though. No. Tastes a bit. Don't taste like it used to in the 90s. Probably through that park. But it'll do. Nice. Very, very nice. Right. So we get back to the racing, shall we? So in first spot at the moment we have Gaz. Second spot who's moved up 2 seconds is IQ4 after taking this man Flash who's in third. He's on the hard. He's soon going to become under pressure from Steel on the mediums. He's in 4. Slowpoke after his pit stop. He's the man to watch at the moment. He is the only one. Final stop as well. He's the only guy on the soft. So let's keep an eye on this chap. Max, he's made his stop as well. So just under half a tank. He's come back out on the mediums. 7 is Hoyland. He's on the mediums. Followed by Luggy and the Billion. So Luggy's on the hards and the Billion's on the soft. So I'd expect the Billion to make a move on Luggy at any point now, which I think he has. I probably would have thought Luggy. I'm probably thinking, like, I'll let you go by, but hey, you got the straight here. Unless you're going to try and have a go up the inside. And I think he is as well, isn't he? Yeah, okay, I thought you let him go. Go on, sitting behind him, Luggy. Go on. That's it, pick up that slipstream because he's actually quite close behind him for that. I'm going to eat his Kit Kat, hang on. I'll keep the mouth going. Oh wow. Nice overtake there from Luggy. The billion's not finished yet though. Let's go. You're done. Oh no! What have I said? Go back and have a look. Oh, where was it? There it is. Here we come. Two don't go through there. Oh dear. That's really unlucky for these two boys. So Luggy's slowed down. Not quite sure who had the lead there. But, okay. That's fair enough. Hopefully they don't get penalised. They're only really racing each other anyway. So hopefully none of these two boys get penalised by the stewards. So Nabillion, he's made that move stick now. After that coming together with Luggy. Now down in 9th on the hard and Nabillion's on the soft. Back in 10th spot, also on the soft, we've got Addy. So lap 17 out of 24. Whether he's going to go to the end on them, I'm not sure. Sid, he's down in 11th, and then you've got Slim, who's just come out the tunnel. He's in 12th, and you've got Gazman, who's just about halfway down the tunnel. So I know he's definitely got a pit. Definitely. And what's happened to IQ4? That's recent. Let's have a look. What's happened here? Where are you? I'm gonna. What's happened to IQ4? Where did you get that? Where did you get that? He hadn't done it here. So was he banged? Oh, okay. He hit the wall. Obviously didn't cost him too much time. And like I said, Flash is now coming under attack from Steel. Steel's on the mediums, Flash is on the hard. I don't really think Flash has got an answer unless he's going to try and go up the inside. Which, oh, careful boys. Careful of this next turn as well. We've seen so far 2 or 3 lots of guys racing through there and then it's coming a cropper. So yeah, no, so Flash has now dropped back to 4. Steel's moved up to 3rd. Gaz is in the pits. So IQ4, he's going to take over the lead. I would expect him to. Steel's, let's see. Is there any fuel going into Gaz's car? Let's have a look. Let's see how far back he's going to go. Because IQ4 is definitely going to go through. Steel, is he going to go through? Flash is going to go through. Will Slowpoke go through? Let's have a look. Let's go for chase cam. So Slowpoke's gone through. Here comes Max. Now this is what you want to watch. Is Max going to get? Is Gaz going to come out? Are these two going to carry on as they were? Let's have a look. So here comes Gazman. And it's basically like round 2 now for these guys. Because look at this. This is how close these guys have been racing. Look at that. That's literally just as how they left it when Max came into the pits. So when Max has come into the pits, Gazman's had a bit of a breather. Max has had a bit of a breather. And now that Gazman's pitted, they're back. They're back now. They're back fighting. But this is great. I love this. We will stay. We will. I mean, they've had quite a bit of airtime, so I mean, you've still got plenty of laps anyway. So right, let's go back to here. So Hoyland, the Scandi boy, the second of the Scandis. He's down in 7th. Luggy, he's in 8th, and then you've got Labillion, who's just come out of the pits in 9th. Addy he's in the pits, but he's 7.5 second penalty, so I'm not sure when he's going to arrive. Sid's coming into the pits, and Slim's coming into the pits. So to me, is IQ4 going to come in? What do you reckon? No, he's not. So someone's coming out, someone's coming out. Who is it? Oh no, they're not. They literally only just got into the pits. So they are going to get lapped. Nobody likes getting lapped, but maybe this is not everybody's favourite track. So look, they're just coming, literally just coming out of the pits. This is going to be close. IQ4, so he has got Flash. Flash is still in the pits. So he's come out behind. Oh no, sorry, that's Slim. So he's got to give way, yeah, because he's being lapped now. Oh, this is all getting confusing. Hang on a minute. IQ4, so who's that up ahead of him? Oh, this is really confusing now. So IQ4's out in front. Slowpoke, he's in second. 4 laps to go. Followed closely by Steel. You've got cars in between IQ and Slowpoke. Steel's in third, Max is in fourth, Gaz is in fifth, Boylan's in sixth, Flash is in seventh, Luggy's in the pits in eighth at the moment. The Billion, he's going to cross to come around turn 15. Is he going to move up to eighth? We'll find out. So there is Luggy on the map, you can see. He has. So the Billionaire's moved up to 8th. Luggy's literally just coming out the pit, so he's all on his own now, isn't he? A lot of these guys are all on their own now, unless they're up front being lapped by everybody. So you've got Addy and Sid going at it for the honours, and you've got Slim, he's not that far back from them. So then we go back up to IQ4 then. So he's got, I don't think he's got any more stops to make. So at the moment he's a net first, and he's got quite a gap back to Slowpoke. I did say, right, so Steel's coming in the pits now. So, I did say at the beginning of the season I'm interested to see how he does, because he's Swedish. Scandinavian, but Swedish. So he's out in first. Slowpoke's just crossing right now. Slowpoke's got 2 cars in front of him. She's going to want them to move out of the way. Oh, and this is the worst part as well, to catch these guys through the technical parts of the track. Really, you don't want to be catching these here. You want, yeah, because they're fighting as well. So really, you want to be catching them just to get into the tunnel. Now, they should move out of the way, they're slowing him down. So Addy's moved, well, I thought he moved out of the way, but he really should be moving out of the way. Addy, you need to move out of the way because you're going to be lapped. That was really off-putting. So Addy's moved over. So how it normally works, where is he? There he is there. Sid really should, I mean, he's given a free toe to Slowpoke, so. But I expect Sid to back off here to let Slowpoke through. Yeah, he has, okay. So normal service resumes for good old Slowpoke. He's going to leave these 2 to fight it out, and fight it out they are. That's some good racing from them. I don't know whether Addy was eyeing up Slowpoke then. I thought he was eyeing him up, thinking, yeah, do you know what, I think I might have a go. Might have a go at repassing you. I don't think Slowpoke will be very happy about that. So now here we go. So it's all starting to get back to normal now. So in first spot we've got Max, and then in fourth, chasing him down we've got Gaz. Gaz is on the hards, Max is on the mediums. So it's lap 21 out of 24. Nearly done. Back in fifth spot we've got Hoyland, not chopping the boys up front, he's got nobody behind him. And then we've got this little battle going on. We've got Steel and Flash. So they're fighting for the honours of 6. So I think Hoyland's a little bit too far up front. What's he on? Mediums. Flash is on the softs. Ah! Oh, there you go, yeah. So Hoyland's actually on the mediums. So these 2 boys, they've got like what? What have they got now? They're going to start lap 22, so they've got 3 laps. 2, 3, 4. Lap 22. 2 laps. No. On maths. Right, so we're starting lap 22. 3, yeah, so we've got 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go on the softs, and they are literally battling it out. They can cut out these two. The tyres ain't going to wear out. Look at that, side by side through there. You're going to go side by side through here as well? This is some epic racing from these boys. Go on, keep it nice and clean. That's it. Flash has managed to get through in the old big machine. You're going to keep it there. He's going to keep it stuck. He is. Well done, Flash. So let's go back to Lemillion in the monster machine. He's changed his livery as well, hasn't he? Oh, I'll tell you what. Some of them might change it for endurance purposes. So right, this is my endurance Ferrari livery, and this one's my what do you call it, sprint livery. But anyway, he's in 9th. He's in 8th. Luggy, he's there in 9th. Again, he's spread out, no one there to bother him. Addy, he's in 10th. You can see it's a bit confusing. He's there like one side of the track to the other. He's in 10th, and he's still battling out with Sid. This is why. Come on, Sid. Oh, no. And what's happened here? Let's go back handicap time. These two guys battling it out, getting all frisky. Let's have a look. So Sid's gone for a move up the inside. Probably didn't give him enough room there. But he's done the right thing here. He's slowed down, let him pick up the speed. So any damage on his car. Oh, just the rear bumper, so he should be fine. I thought he was going to go straight into him then again. Let's have a look. What are they doing? Looks like to me they're slowing down. What's going on here? Crawling speed. Maybe they've gotten a bit confused. Was there someone coming up behind them? Who is that? Give way too fast to cars. Who is it? No idea. I don't know who they're talking about. There's no one behind them. Right, anyway, let's go back up to the top. Lap 23 out of 24. And the man, he's got probably a good 10-15 seconds back to Slowpoke in second. That tyre's looking a bit worse for wear, but you know what? He's only got about a lap and a half to go, so that'll do for him. Let's go back to Max. Max on the mediums and Gaz is on the hards. Now these two guys have been battling it out pretty much most of the day, so they must be absolutely exhausted. On lap 23 or 4, I thought Max would have pulled away having been on the mediums, but maybe there's not much of a difference between warm hards and warm mediums. I think when I do my sim runs, I think there's probably about a second between the two of them. But Gaz is picking up the slipstream, so that's obviously paid dividends. As Matt's going to have a go up the inside. Let's have a look. What's he going to do? We know how late he likes to break round here. Ooh. That was a bit squeaky bum time, that was, wasn't it? So who have we got here? So you've got Sid. Poor old Sid's having to move out of the way. Oh, that's really a shame for Sid. That is a shame for Sid, because you've had to let the faster guys through, but then that drops you back off the fight he's been having with Addy, which is a real shame. So, yeah, they're having to move out of the way. There we go. Oh, it's getting all a bit like, whoa. You know, these two guys are coming through like crazy. Right, we're going to come up to the last lap. So, IQ4, I mean, barring some sort of absolute disaster, he's got this sewed up in the bag. So, I think the first step on the podium and the second step on the podium for Slowpoke Racing, I think that's pretty much done and dusted, to be honest. I don't think these aren't going to change, but it's this is what we want to watch. This is for the last step on the podium, and Max is coming under all sorts of pressure here from Gazman. And bearing in mind, you've got to think how good Gazman must be, because he is actually on the hards. But then again, that's not taking anything away from Max. How well Max is defending, because you think he's got one eye in front, he's also having to keep an eye on Gaz behind him. So let's go back through the grid quickly before these two get here. So Gaz is in 4th, really giving Max a hard time. Hoyland, he's back there in 5th. 6th is Flash, followed by Steele in 7th. the billion, he's only just starting to cross the last lap. He's in 8th. Lugnuts, he's down in 9th. Addy's in 10th. Sid's in 11th. And Slim's in 12th. So, let's go. IQ4, Slim, nothing going on there, but this is where the battle is. This is where the battle is. We will obviously go up front to watch the boys pass. This is incredible racing from these two boys. This is what we all come out for. This is what we come here for. We turn up every Sunday. But I'm going to have to leave these two guys just for a minute. Because as we can see here, IQ4 is about to cross the line. Congratulations to him. Well done, mate. First place. Brilliant drive from him. We've got coming across the line in 2nd spot. Great race from there is Slowpoke. Well done to Slowpoke Racing for that. And then we're going to go back to 3rd for Max and Gazman. Let's have a look. Let's go back here. Let's see what's happened here. Alright, let's do this because we've done the first two guys. So let's go on board with Gazman. So Gaz has only got 2 corners left. So we're coming up to turn 14. Whoa. You want to be careful there, be careful. Let's have a look. So turn 15. We're getting a bit bumpy. It's now a drag race. Oh, poor old Max. It looks like he's lost out to Gazman here. Oh, no way. So Gazman crosses the line in 3rd. Max is in 4th. Across the line in 5th is 2nd of the Scandi boys, that's Hoyland. Eventually. There we go. Well done, mate. 6th spot, crossing the line is Flash. He'll be followed by Steel in 7th. And then we've got, and then we do have quite a bit of a wait back for these guys. So Slim, he didn't manage to get a last lap in here. So as we can see, Lebillion, nice looking livery there, I've got to admit. I like what I say all the time, I am actually a Monster fan. So I do like their drinks. I drink too many of them, but too many flavours. But Lebillion, here we go. He's going to cross the line in 8th. Well done, mate, well done. And coming around turn 14. And 15. We have Sluggy. So he's going to cross the line in 9th. Okay, so Slim, Addy and Sid, they didn't get to do the last lap because they were in that lap anyway. So, yeah, so first of the endurance races is over. So round 6, another 4 rounds to go. So it's looking quite interesting, quite tight up there. Just so you know that obviously the steward supports have come in. So where Gazman did finish 3rd, steward supports have put him back behind Max. So Max, congratulations to you because you did actually, after the steward support, finish 3rd. But anyway, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the URL Harry Poppins Race channel. A big thank you to our sponsors, Pop Up & Co. It's always a pleasure to have you here with us today. Look at that view. Gotta love that view. And of course, obviously the Ultimate Racing League. I mean, without those guys, this wouldn't even happen, would it? So, yeah. So I look forward to seeing you at the next race. And once again, thank you for watching. Bye bye now.